well acquainted with Goodreads, get really in there, get really adjusted. We're gonna become best friends. I'm gonna get all up in there. I hate myself. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amani and you guys are watching Along the Pages. Guys, so as you can tell from the title, and I don't know why I'm doing all this being extra, but I'm doing the end of the year book tag. This video was originally created by Ariel Bissett, and honestly, if I can figure out how to link her video, the original video, I will link it below, but if not, her channel is Ariel Bissett. Okay, so I'm just gonna get right into this video. And also, I have not been tagged in this video because nobody knows me. And I'm not going to tag people because who's gonna listen, who's gonna actually do a tag that they don't even know who the person is. The first question is, are there any books that I've started this year that I need to finish? The list goes on and on and on, okay? It's endless. I have so many books that I've started and I don't know, I just wasn't in the mood to finish them or whatever, but I do have two main books. The first one is, I don't know why I'm looking at it like I don't know the name. It's Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. Yeah, Gabaldon. I started reading this book when I was in 11th grade. No, 10th grade, because Sasha Alsberg is a diehard fan for this book, and I just knew that I loved every book that she recommended, so I just knew I would love this book, and I'm just not into it, but I really want to finish it because I feel like I can be into it, and I just haven't gotten that deep enough to be into it. And the next book is To All the Boys I Loved Before by Jenny Han. I read it, and I just haven't finished it, which is annoying. It's just so many other books started coming up and I was like, I'm in the mood for fantasy. But I did the book sin, and I watched the movie before I read the book. And I watched the movie at least 15 times now. I was listening to the movie in the car. No music, no audiobook, the movie, because I was that obsessed. Anyway, the next question is, do I have an autumnal book to transition to the end of the year? So originally I was like, no, I don't. There is a series that I want to read. I'm gonna tell you guys more about that. It's gonna be it's going to take up my whole entire December TBR, the whole entire series. I want to read it because it's holiday, and I've cheated and watched the movies before I read all the books. I've read only the first 3, but I wanted to just read it, the whole thing, yeah. I have started a book, an audiobook, that has really given me the whole autumnal vibes because it reminds me of a TV show, and I'm rambling. The name of the book is called My Lady Jane by Brody Ashton. And if you guys watched Rain on the CW, then this book reminds me of Rain on the CW, and that is my show. If you haven't watched it, I highly suggest. It is so freaking good. Anyway, that's what I'm reading. My Lady Jane. Yes, it's autumnal, and it's fall, it's queens, it's monarch, it's giving me the vibes. And then, is there a new release I'm still waiting on? No, there isn't. My #1 release this whole entire year was Kingdom of Ash, and I am currently still reading it, and I know a lot of people got it, and I just seen so many people already posting their reviews, and I'm like, damn, you guys read that really fast, because this is 900 and something pages and you guys read it that fast. Are you a super reader? Because what the heck? I feel like I can speed read, but who would want to speed read through this series? The last book. No, you want to savor it. Like I said in my first video, books are like fine steaks. I think I said something like that. Books are like steaks, and you just have to eat it and savor it and love it. So that's what I'm doing with this book, and it was my most anticipated release, and there are no more so far this year. The next question is, what are the books I want to read by the end of the year? Oh my gosh, there's so many, but I don't have time for all of them. So again, I will say that the series that I'm going to be reading in December, I'm not going to announce it because I feel like this is a big series and you guys are going to be shocked when I say I haven't read the full series. It's going to be my December TBR, so that's the series that I really like, all the books I really want to finish by the end of the year. But I will also throw in Kingdom of Ash, which I'm already in the middle of, so I know I'm going to finish. And My Lady Jane in the middle of, I know I'm gonna finish. And the last one is actually a book that came out, I believe I don't know when it came out. I just know I was in high school. I think it was my last year of high school, and it's Dumplin by Julie Murphy. I actually only know about this book because I got a pin from one of my book mails, and I was like, it just said Dumplin, and it had like, it was a Dumplin pin. And I was like, what is this about? But I never like looked into it, and I just kept it on my bookshelf. And so I guess the movie is coming out, and I seen the trailer the other day on YouTube, and I was like, oh, this looks right up my alley. Like, I just got done watching The Insatiable on Netflix. If you haven't watched it, it's really good. It's really funny. So I suggest you watch it. But the whole entire synopsis of Dumplin really reminds me of Insatiable. So yeah, I really want to read that book. Hopefully by the end of the year, I want to listen to the audiobook so I could watch the movie. And yeah, so that's that question. That's that. I'm really tired of saying that. What? Is there any book that you think can shock you and become your favorite? So for this is a book that I do not plan on reading by the end of the year because my TBR that I've set for myself is just way too big for me to read this book. But I'm going to put it in there because if I could fit in one more book this year, it would be that book, and I know that it would be my favorite. So it's going to be the first book, hopefully, that I read in the new year, and that is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. Pretty sure. Yes, it's by Holly Black. So the only reason why I feel like this will be like my new favorite is because 1, it involves fae. 2, it involves males. Fae males. Females, that's funny. Anyway, I love fairies, fae, and I mean, when there's a male and there's a fairy, you just know he's gonna be handsome, and so I'm already in. And then Mayana's Reads, she did a book review. I didn't watch the book review because I know it has some spoilers in it, but she's been raving about it, talking about it, she's in love with it, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna take her up on the opinion. And a lot of people have been raving about this book, so I really think that I'm gonna love it. And yeah, so that's that. Oh my gosh, I could not stop saying that. I'm so sorry. Okay, so then have you already made relationships? Where is my mind right now? Have you already made reading plans for 2019? Yes, I have. So my reading plans for 2019 is to get more acquainted with Goodreads. I have had a Goodreads since I was in high school, but I never use it. Like, I'll sign in every now and then and be like, oh yeah, I read that book. But I'll never put a review. I'll never start a book and like when I start it, go into Goodreads, put like, this is the first day I started, finish a book, and then go in and put this is the last day I finished it and give a whole review. I want to do that because I don't have a reading journal, and Mayana's Reads and Books with Chloe have inspired me to get a reading journal because I think I need one. I have read literally, I know it's been at least over 200 books within the past couple of years, and I don't even remember half of them because I'll get books and books and books and read them and then just never write it down, or never, like, I'll just move on to the next one. And so my plan for 2019 is to get well acquainted with Goodreads, get really in there, get really adjusted. We're gonna become best friends. I'm gonna get all up in there. I hate myself. But basically, I just plan on being best friends with Goodreads and being able to track the reading that I do next year and also set a goal for myself. That was the last question, but I decided to add in one more because I feel like this question goes perfectly with the tag and I just feel like it should be in the tag. So that's no shade to Ariel Bissett because honestly, this is a very smart tag and very creative, and I thank you. And I also just subscribed to your channel because why am I talking like she's watching this video? You guys, I'm just rambling way too much. Basically, this is no shade to her. I just feel like this question would go well with this tag. So it's, so far, what has been your favorite book this year? So far, my favorite book this year has been, I was going to pull it off, but The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. This book caught me way off guard. It just took me by surprise. What's wrong with me? It took me by surprise because I don't normally read nonfiction. I've only read a couple of nonfiction books throughout my years. Who do I think I am? I'm so sorry right now. I don't know what's going on with me. I just woke up, you guys, too, so that's probably why. But I'm just rambling too much. I need to shut up. I really loved The Hate You Give. It took me by surprise. It was wonderful, relatable, beautifully written. It was great. But yeah, that is it, you guys. And I don't know what's been going on with me in this video. I'm just like, same thing happened in the last video. I guess I'm still kind of nervous, and I guess my nervousness just comes off with rambling. So excuse me for that. I'm so sorry. I'm embarrassed, but it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. What the heck? I have 2 really exciting videos coming up. Nobody, I don't think, ever on BookTube has ever done them. So I'm really excited to do them. And yeah, if you guys have any Christmas books, I know that I probably won't be able to physically read them, but I could probably get in some audiobooks with it. So if you have any Christmas happy related relationship books, I would love to read them because I'm so into the Christmas movies right now, and I just want a Christmas book because I've never read one. So that's all for this video. I feel so corny saying all this, and I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.